Guys, I didn't really care about this whole Assassin's Creed Shadow fiasco because I wasn't even going to buy this game in the first place. But I had a lot of talks. Hell, I literally just got done talking to a mofo online talking about, why is it bad? And if people, if Japanese, the Japanese, basically the Japanese shouldn't care because it's a fictional character, quote unquote. But I had a long talk with this guy, and this guy, unfortunately, he basically proved my point, and he backed out. Hey man, you come from the king, you best not miss. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like that's what I'm saying. The man had a whole freaking fiasco about his stance is pretty much get the fuck over it. It's not a good argument. It's actually pretty weak to be honest with you, because it's a video game. Who the f cares? I'll tell you who cares. Apparently, the Japan did. Like, bro, a lot of people have. I've been seeing a whole bunch of takes online, whether it be YouTube, not Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, doesn't matter. It's like I've seen whole bunch of people, like a whole bunch of Japanese content creators come out and say, like, yeah, this this history that you guys talk about, where you're saying like Yusuke was a samurai, was completely fabricated, and the person that made that little claim in the first place, he said, oh, he was just basically going off an assumption because Ubisoft wanted to put a black person in the game to get some ESG money. That's basically what it was. It was basically for ESG money, not because they actually wanted to make an actual good black character. Here's the thing: is there some history about black samurais? Absolutely, but make sure you guys do it right and don't put no BS. That's what a lot of people are saying. They don't have a problem with a black samurai. Just make sure that it's accurate. That's all they're saying. Hell, even the freaking Ubisoft Japan, the people who are commenting about this, they are saying like, yeah, you missed the bar here. You missed the bar. Because I think what's more worried about it is this current uproar is whether or not this game is contributing to historical revisionism. To be honest, the issue involved are beyond my ability to handle, so I will leave that to the experts. But the thing that worries me the most is the fundamental philosophy behind it, how the world is depicted in this game. Rather than a depiction that pursues detailed realism like Oranges, which recreates the world of the time of the game, I strongly hope for an experience that allows you to become one with the world. As a fan of the series, I hope that Shadows doesn't end up being just a work set in Japan during the Sengoku period. I'm sorry. Yeah, people have come out against this, right? They come out against this. And now, freaking Ubisoft literally issued basically an apology to the whole freaking to Japan. To our esteemed Japanese community, a message from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. First, we want to express our heartfelt thanks for all your support for the Assassin's Creed series, which now has its own history spanning almost 20 years. Over this time, we have explored various settings, time periods, and characters from an assassin during the Third Crusade to a Viking in 9th century England, and countless more. For many of our team, creating an Assassin's Creed game set in feudal Japan has been a long cherished dream. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Since the announcement of Assassin's Creed Shadows, we have received many positive reactions, but also some criticism, including from you, our Japanese players. We share your passion for history and deeply respect your care for the historical and cultural integrity of your rich heritage. This basically just shows, you guys didn't get this right at all. We would like to address a few points to clarify our intentions and creative decisions. So they have to explain themselves about. I don't think this is an apology for real. They just explain it right. We're sorry, Japan. We know we got a fan base in Japan. Hopefully, you guys still give us y'all money. That's basically what I'm seeing from this. Overall, authenticity efforts. We have put significant effort into ensuring an immersive and respectful representation of feudal Japan. Again, hopefully I'm saying that right. However, our intention has never been to present any of our Assassin's Creed games, including Assassin's Creed Shadows, as factual representations of history or historical characters. Instead, we aim to spark curiosity and encourage players to explore and learn more about the historical settings we get inspired by. Assassin's Creed Shadows is first and foremost designed to be an entertaining video game that tells a compelling historical fiction set in feudal Japan. Our team extensively collaborated with external consultants, historians, researchers, and internal teams at Ubisoft Japan to inform our creative choices. Despite the sustained efforts, we acknowledge that some elements in our promotional materials have caused concern within the Japanese community. For this, we sincerely apologize. Our game footage presented so far is in development, and the game will keep evolving until launch. Based on the constructive criticism while we have received, we will continue our efforts until we put this game into your hands and beyond. We also want to clarify that while we have been consulting with many people throughout the development process, they are in no way responsible for the decisions that are taken by the creative teams in the interest of gameplay and entertainment. Consequently, we respectfully request that any criticism not be directed to our collaborators, both internal and external. While we strive for authenticity in everything that we do, Assassin's Creed games are works of fiction inspired by real historical events and figures. From its inception, the series has taken creative license and incorporated fantasy elements to craft engaging and immersive experiences. The representation of Yasuke in our game is an illustration of this. His unique and mysterious life made him an ideal candidate to tell an Assassin's Creed story with the setting of feudal Japan as a backdrop. While Yasuke is depicted as a samurai in Assassin's Creed Shadows, we acknowledge that this is a matter of debate and discussion. So basically, they just they didn't even know if he was a samurai or not. They just made the shit up. That's basically what this is. They literally just made the shit up. We have woven this carefully into our narrative, and with our other lead character, the Japanese shinobi Naoi, who is equally important in the game, our dual protagonists provide players with different gameplay styles. We greatly value your feedback and encourage you to continue sharing your thoughts respectfully. While we understand that meeting everyone's expectations is very difficult, we sincerely hope that when Assassin's Creed Shadow launches on November 15th, players in Japan and around the world will appreciate the dedication, effort, and passion we have poured into it. The Assassin's Creed Shadows development. So basically, right there, they literally just said, "Yeah, we don't even know. We don't even know if we actually got that right. They don't know." So now that a lot of people are saying like, "Yeah, now that the Japanese government is pretty much getting involved in this shit." Yes, the literal Japanese government is getting involved in this, where they are saying like, this is not factually accurate. Yusuke was not a samurai. You got the Western developers saying like, oh shit, we kind of fucked up here, because there was more worried about getting that ESG money. Now the Japanese are pissed, even though this game is supposed to be favoring the Japanese culture. They in fact insulted it. So, Grumps. Following Ubisoft's apology, lying IGN suddenly says there's no proof Yasuke was a samurai, after saying he was, and that anyone saying otherwise was part of a hate group, basically racist. IGN is not part of a hate group according to their own articles. So, here's what they said. In addition to the apology regarding the marketing materials, this message also discusses Yasuke, one of the expected samurai. We announced that is a matter of debate and discussion. While Yasuke has often been presented as a samurai in popular media both in Japan and beyond, his depiction in Shadow has given rise to debate regarding the historical truth. Due to limited historical evidence, there is no conclusive proof as to if Yasuke was a samurai, a retainer, or another role entirely. The argument has lived side by side with criticism over Ubisoft's decision to feature a black man as a lead protagonist in a Japan-set Assassin's Creed game. So basically, they just lied. So this was from July 20. Okay, so this one was from July 23rd, 2024. This is no. While Gamma didn't mention Assassin's Creed Shadows specifically, his comments foster backlash to the game's male protagonist, a samurai based on the historical black samurai Yasuke. So yeah, IGN did say that. Some pull Assassin's Creed Shadows into ongoing harassment campaigns talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion, so DEI, efforts on social media, which the International Game Developers Association, IDGA, condemned in a statement in March. So they, so basically they screwed up. Yeah, basically they screwed up. They screwed up. Japan is trash in Assassin's Creed. When I read in the English version's replies while translating them, I find that many of the opinions make sense. Just change the character to a Japanese one, change the name, and make it a fictional character too. Should have just made him Japanese. I think that the story about Yasuke should be just considered fiction based on Yasuke. The issue of historical retelling is no longer a UBI issue, but a Lockley issue. However, Yasuke is no longer the problem. The plagiarism of materials from manga organizations and cultural heritage sites, the misinterpretation of Japanese history, and the misinterpretation of Japanese as Chinese among other things, show disregard for Japan. The problem is these. I don't know what that says. This is so sloppy. It's been a long time since I've been so disappointed with something. It's so disrespectful and unpleasant. How will you be held responsible for violations of copyright or portrait rights? I think as a company we need to respond appropriately. Why not try to rebuild it from scratch, including historical research? I don't think it's at all finished to a level that will be released as a product. So basically, yeah, Japan is trashing the hell out of this game right now. So all these people that was online, Twitter or YouTube, saying like, oh, people who hate Yasuke are, you know, racist, bigots, Nazis, and all this stuff. So what are you saying? Japan is literally saying like, yo, y'all don't got y'all history right with the person Yasuke. Did any of y'all actually do research about this character at all? Because for what the Ubisoft said in that statement, it was up for debate. And the Japanese said, no, he was not a samurai at all. So, if the Japanese are saying this, are people going to apologize to the people that said this is not historically right before this statement even came out? Not that the Japanese government is involved in this? I'm curious. Is anybody going to apologize to any of those people? Because while they were saying like they were showing like some actual concerns about Japanese culture and Japanese heritage and Japanese history, you got people saying we don't give a damn about any of that because it's fictional. What's the problem if it's fictional? Listen, you may not find it insulting, but a lot of people who are Japanese find it, if you don't get their history right, they will find it as a sign of disrespect. Think about it. I'm talking to a whole bunch of black people here. Would you guys be okay in a video game and they made Martin Luther King and a Klansman? Would y'all be okay with that? Saying like, oh, we are taking parts of history and putting it in our game. You guys would be like, hell fucking nah. Martin Luther King was not no damn Klansman. That is degrading, insulting, and outright stupid. And that's basically what Ubisoft trying to do here. They try to rewrite history. They said in themselves like Yusuke was a samurai. Yasuke was a samurai, and the Japanese said no, he wasn't. Again, they find that as an insult because Ubisoft is more worried about the damn ESG money. They're more worried about the goddamn BlackRock money, and end up shooting Ubisoft in the goddamn foot. Again, I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game since Assassin's Creed 3. All the other ones I ain't really care for. Even though Valhalla's on Game Pass, I'm not really interested in it. But some people online try to say like, yeah, this is a huge L if the Japanese really get this in that crosshairs. And guess what? They was right. So guys, like I said, I don't really care about the game at all, but I just had to make this one point about how Japanese actually feel about this. Because people say, oh, Japanese don't care about Yasuke being a samurai. Turns out they freaking do. Turns out they do. You guys, you was just being pandering. You was just pandering. That's what you were doing. Yeah, that's all I can say here. You guys were just pandering for the ESG BlackRock money. But guys, that's all I got for this video, man. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe to the video, hit the notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.